So when it start bearing fruit, how long will this plant last so that as a farmer I'll be able to eat from it? How long? How many years?
It depends on how you treat it. You treat it.
The best way scenario.
Between 30 to 40 years.
You will be feeding on it for 30 to 40 years before it dies off.
Yeah, it dies off.
Wow. Hello, people. Today we're coming your way with everything cashew growing. We have Mr. Apia here. He's going to take us through everything that you need to know to start growing your own cashew from the seedling level to the level where you'll be able to be harvesting. It is insightful. Do you want to go into agric? Then make sure that you watch till the end of the video. Thanks very much for supporting. Keep sharing and subscribe. Thank you very much. With the seedlings, you told us that it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, and planting for export and rural development is free. You give it to the farmers free of charge.
Okay,
they don't pay anything.
So how long does it take for you to get a seed transplanted, like from scratch? So you get it, sprouting, then you get it onto the main.
Yeah, we see normally it's between 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months.
Depending on the rainfall pattern. If the rain is coming, you can maybe plant. But if the rain, you just wait for some time, find that the rain setting, and then you plant.
Okay, so now let's talk about the growing of the crop itself.
Yeah.
People haven't decided to go in because they feel that it will take a longer time for it to, start bearing fruit. Yeah. But I understand there is new development. Yeah. Can you explain that to us?
Most of the farmers when we started this project, the farmers were planting it. Even some were even planting it a stick. They use the seed plant added to the soil. That's in situ. But we saw that there are difficulties in that. Because in the sense that you may plant and this kind of squirrels of this
will come and uproot
and uproot it and pick it. So normally now we want to nest and then also when you plant in situ, maybe there's not adequate rainfall. It will be there for so long, and when you open it becomes rotten. So what we do is we just nest and then we feed to the farmers. We can also do what we term grafting.
Grafting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, grafting.
So how does that grafting work? Does it take long for?
No, grafting that doesn't take long. Grafting maybe between 1 year, 2 to 3 years time.
Then you will be harvesting.
But we also discovered that polyclonal seed is also one of the
poly what?
Polyclonal.
Polyclonal.
Yeah. It is something that they use this kind of grafted seed. The grafted seed that they have planted, they will pick the seed out of it and then we nest it. So that one has been also discovered that if you use that one, it's also okay. So now the one that we are planting in the district now is polyclonal seed.
Polyclonal seed. That one will germinate and grow for harvesting within how many years?
Yeah, between 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
It's the same like the grafted one.
The grafted one
is almost the same.
Okay, so now you are doing away with the natural way of growing cashew.
Yes. So now, in areas where you have enough time, you can start. All will depend on the assemblies.
Okay.
See, some of the assemblies are resourceful, so
they
can do it in the dry season and they do the grafting.
They water them by themselves.
But some too are not resourceful. So now they will just get these polyclonal seeds and then we do the seeding, we do the potting, we do the seeding. And then when it germinates for maybe 1 to 2 months,
then
we send it. We just transport it.
Now the market, is it there? Those who have decided to invest, the government is supporting them by giving them free seeds. Now you've come out with this polyclonal and the grafting, which is going to shorten the life span of the yield. Yes, now to 2 years. Is the market there for cashew farming? Is it available? When they harvest, where do they send it to?
There is available market, but what the farmers too are also saying is that the pricing, the price,
it's too low. Okay,
but you see, farmers too don't do proper handle of the cashew seedlings.
The cashew seedlings.
They will just pick it straight from
And they
the
are
field
going to
and they go
sell.
and sell.
What is your outfit doing to be able to help them prepare it to meet the international standard so that they will get more cash out of it?
You see, we have been advising our farmers through trainings, workshops, and other things,
advocacies and
and we go to them, sensitize them on the field, go to the FM stations and they talk to them. But you know, our farmers, some of them are adults. Normally, you cannot change their mind. So those people who understand this, do it. We normally tell them that it is better after harvesting. You dry it under shade, maybe for 4 to 5 days
before you bag it.
But you see, our farmers because of poverty and other things, some will just harvest it from the field.
And they are
straight
hungry
away
to go and
they sell. And you see, those buyers, they will go and dry it, and then employ laborers to do the drying, salting, and other things. So the cost of the amount that they are supposed to give to the farmers, they don't give to the farmers. That is why now the government is coming in.
Okay.
So I'm sure.
Why is it not like dealt with like cocoa? Why don't they do?
It's not that the government is
the way cocoa is done.
Previously, it's these Indians
that are buying. Yeah, I know India is the world.
They are buying. So they will come here.
They consume it.
Get their buyers. They will just get their buyers. They give the money to them, and then they will come to the farmers on the front and come and buy and then sell to them.
Which period is the season?
The season normally starts from December to December and then ends in May.
So harvest is December to May.
But the peak is around March, April.
Okay, so if I look at this one that we are, this one, this tree, for instance, how much bag can it yield at a time?
When I came here, I was telling one of my friends that, in fact, this farmer, he has not taken proper extension advice
for this.
For this
tree.
Plant. He needs to do pruning, proper pruning.
Don't
you see that? I mean, the plant has intertwined itself.
Yes,
and there should be a proper sunlight penetration. So now the farmer needs to do pruning, and then you see that it will. So normally, if you do all these
things, one tree,
you have to get a tree 1 bag.
1 bag. Yeah. And how much would that cost?
And the 1 bag is 85 kilos.
85 kilos.
And then now they are selling it. When they started with buying from the start, for the scratch around January, February, it was around I think 7 cedis per kilo. 7 cedis per kilo.
Okay, and if you have 85, multiply by 7. Okay, that is not bad.
Yeah.
And if you have like acres of this plant, it means.
And the 1 acre is 40 plants.
40 plants.
Yeah. At a distance of 10 meters.
Yeah, the distance, how?
10 meter by 10 meter.
10 meter by 10 meter all around.
Yeah.
Square. Okay, square.
Yeah.
So they don't need to go look for seeds anywhere, planting it by themselves or whatever. They just have to come. Which organization shares the seeds?
It's the Department of Agric under the District Assembly.
Oh, okay, the District Assembly.
Because now we are working with them. We are
where in Ghana do we plant cashew? You know, I know certain crops.
Cashew growing areas.
Yes, cashew growing areas. Can it be grown in the north, in the south, in the west?
Normally, cashew does well in the transitional zones.
Okay.
That is from the forest to the savannah. So in between. So no,
but it's okay in the forest.
It's okay, but you get more
fruit.
So it is better.
Where we are,
we are having Seko, Nkranza, Techman, Nkitampo, Atebubu, and then going to the northern part of Damongo area.
That is where.
Yeah, and then maybe some part of Volta region around Kitikachi.
So do we have people who are buying cashew nuts the way Cocoa Board buys the cocoa? Or
No.
you just have to wait till
No,
they
it's the
come.
private sector.
Private
that
sector
that is buying
as at now.
Yeah, as at now. The private sector that is buying.
Okay.
So now, that is why government has seen it very prudent to go in, to come in
and help.
and they help like they're buying cocoa.
They're buying cocoa.
So I'm sure maybe very soon.
The diseases that goes with cashew, we know when it comes to cocoa, we have the swollen shoot and all those diseases. What is that of cashew? What
Cashew,
worries them?
Cashew, we don't have too much disease, but the only thing that we have is this kind of anthracnose, that's the fungal disease.
Anthracnose.
Yeah, anthracnose. And then we're also having some beetle. That
let's see if
that piece on the tree. It's normally piece on the tree. All this is bright.
Sprite.
No,
so
bright.
They need to go
so
up. Okay, they have some
if
animals in.
Yeah. So normally it is better you do pruning and then you spray. But this farmer like this, it doesn't do that.
So which kind of insecticide?
Insecticide do you spray with this one?
Okay, you can use Sametrate. Sametrate is the one that, and then you mix the Sametrate with this with the fungicides.
So when it start bearing fruit, how long will this plant last so that as a farmer I'll be able to eat from it? How long? How many years?
It depends on how you treat it. You treat it.
The best way scenario.
Between 30 to 40 years.
You will be feeding on it for 30 to 40 years before it dies off.
Yeah, it dies off.
Wow.
Yeah. So at the age of this plant, can you still apply the manure?
Yeah.
At this age, you can still.
At this age that we are advising farmers to do it, because now it is long, and the farmer is not practicing what we are
telling them.
We did a test plot, and then we control plot, and you could see that the one that we used the compost yielded more than
the one with the.
So now we are encouraging the farmers to use compost, because we see most of the soil, because of this kind of we continuous plant plowing and other things. It has reduced its fertility. So in order to increase the nitrogen content in the soil, you have to do fertilization, either organic or inorganic. So normally we are now advising our farmers to go to compost. And then now I learned in exporting now we have some companies who are giving premium to the farmers not to fertilize their soil or just to spray against weedicide and insecticides. They want organic cashew. So now the organic cashew, we are also advising most of the farmers who have big references in that desert. Now they can apply with organic instead of inorganic. So that is why it is better after you plant, you do pruning for the first year till that the plant become 1 meter from the ground level to the top. And then from there you leave it. And then also when it is going tall, you just harvest the inside with branches so that you get proper air through the sunlight penetration.
You harvest, you don't prune.
No, you prune.
You prune inside there.
Yeah, inside. So it's like you are pruning mangoes.
You want
so
to
that they come this way. Because normally it bears fruits along the periphery.
Along the wow. Is there anything as a farmer I want to go into it I need to do to be able to get everything correct that we've not spoken about?
Yeah, you see now we also are advising that the farmers integrate with this beekeeping.
Inside the
district, because now we see normally bees normally pick the flower, the how do I call it? The pollens.
The pollens
from this cashew. So we have now advised the farmers to integrate beekeeping.
So when you go farming and the bees beat you up, what happens?
No, we see bees, rearing bees is something that is like. It's part of farming. So normally, if you rear, they become your friend.
You protect yourself. Number one.
And when you want to harvest, there's clovings for you to put on. So you keep it at where you could see that we have some shady tree around that. You can keep one there. So the ones the plant start bearing these pollens, you know, these bees will just go in and pick. And it's one of the best
practices
any that you can get, because they are picking straight from the plant soft. To do the
and you think if you infuse the bees with the cashew trees, it will help it grow better?
Yeah, because now that you have harvested, it is ending. The
bees will also some money.
Extra money.
Can you plant anything under it? Like we have cocoa, yam
from the onset.
But when they grow,
like this, you can't plant anything.
So please, can we do, if you want to get a uniformity size of the
that's not you can go into snail farming too.
Snail farming too, underneath.
Because you see that condition is
viable for them.
Snail farming.
If you want to get the uniformity of the fruit sizes and you want to get a uniform size fruit harvesting, can we do induction?
Induction.
Yeah.
To induce.
Yeah, to induce the plants.
In fact, in the cashew industry, since we started, in fact, I don't know anything on this inducement. That's to maybe that if you do it at the right, you go into the right husbandry practices, you will always harvest.
What would be your advice to the would-be farmer who want to go into cashew? Your advice, your final advice.
My advice is
wrap up.
You see, it is not an easy thing.
If you say it's not easy,
it's not easy in the sense that the other cultural practices you'll be weeding all the time. 2 to 3 weedings. Maybe after harvesting from May, you have to do your first weeding. Maybe when they get it to flowering, you have to do this. And then when you are harvesting, you have to weed so that you can pick the seeds. And then you have to also do what you tell us. You have to clean the environment. Like this one, you can use rake to remove all the debris.
Okay.
And then you dig a hole and then put them in. It will also decompose.
And you can use to use.
So we have been advising our farmers, but you see, farmers, it is not one day wonder. Some will pick it and some
others wouldn't use it. Mr. 2 last questions. I understand the seeds.
Yeah.
They have sizes.
Yeah.
They come in sizes.
So some are big, some are small.
So the bigger ones go for higher cost than the smaller ones, or they all weighed in kilos, then you are done.
You see, it's like you're having maize. Maize, you have different varieties.
Yeah. Yellow maize,
and then white maize.
White maize, big ones.
And some are having big grains, some are having small grains. It's
just like that.
So now we're having the small seed, and they have the big one. The big ones are the Brazilian type. And then the small ones are from the Kenya, Uganda, because it's where that
they brought it here.
It's from Uganda.
And in Ghana here, do we add any value to the cashew nuts that we come out with, or we only export it raw?
Now people have started adding value. Because
into what?
Into drinks, soft drinks.
Okay.
Because now we just taught all of our farmers
how to use it
under the real women in agriculture department.
With the fruit or the seed?
With the fruit.
So is it the peak season December?
No, the peak season
the harvest season.
I mean that the peak season for harvesting is around
December to May.
March, April, May.
April, May.
Yeah.
So it started flowering in which month? Maybe
it will start flowering around August, September. Because around August, now that it has ended, people will start it. So it will start around August. You see that in August, you could see that the leaves have changed. It has started doing flashing.
flashing. Yeah.
It starts flashing around August, September.